much prefer to be with people in person to have a conversation than to give talks and speeches. So yeah, excited to join you from Portugal today. I lived in California 2 years, 97 to 99 in Redwood City in the Bay Area. So somehow I feel partially Californian in my heart. Those were some really amazing and life transforming years of my life. So I feel really honored to be able to give back in a way and bring and with the gathering to come back to California. Oh, Daryl, hello. So yeah, why am I here? Is festivals. Festivals have been a huge part of my life from a young age. I mean, I started with raves in the early 90s, and it was really, I think, the first place where I truly experienced community, where I really experienced community and diversity, coming together as a group of people who choose to be together and building a new culture, right? This experience of building a new culture. And over the years, from raves to I went to to Burning Man in 99, 2000. Funnily enough, already in 99, the running joke was it was better last year. And then in Japan, I lived a long time in Japan where I got to connect with Shinto and the Shinto festivals. And I got invited to a big neighborhood festival in Tokyo, where over the last 25 years, I've been 7 or 8 times. And it really gave me the experience and a chance to see how a festival builds community, how a festival brings circular time into our life. And now also working on the gathering. The gathering is 2, 3 years old. I've had conversations and thought a lot about the what is festival in society? What is festival? Why does every culture have some form of festival? And I realize it's a really powerful psychotechnology, this idea of technologies which are not physical, but technologies which are ritual and culture for building community, for building connection, and for refreshing and bringing us back to the culture that we want, to our best selves. In the modern Western society, festivals, we use mostly them for entertainment or commerce, maybe learning in conferences, at best individual transformation. And I think because of this, we are really missing a huge part of the power of festival. It's like taking psychedelics to go and party. It's great, wonderful, but you're missing a huge part of the power of what that thing can do for you individually and in a society. So that's on the one side, my life with festivals, and it's been a key part of my life, of growing up, of understanding the world. And then on the other hand, since 2008, I've been kind of jumping around and going rabbit holing down different systems change movements. I started in 2008 with during the crash. I realized, wait, I have an MBA, but I don't know what money is. Where does it come from? Who makes it? How did we get here? So I spent a few years learning about money and alternative theories. Then I spent time in reinventing organizations, Teal, future of learning, reading about the school system, kind of filling out different pieces of the matrix. And throughout this whole journey, I realized that there is all of these people working on amazing pieces of building a better future for humanity. However, everybody see that in general, people seem to be, first of all, different movements are not talking to each other. And second of all, within movements, people feel overwhelmed, isolated, disconnected, under-resourced. And at least in Portugal, but I think in many countries, you get to this negative spiral where people try and do something better, but they're under-resourced. They feel overwhelmed. They don't have the energy to go out and connect. So they feel even more lonely. And you get into this negative spiral of despair. So I was thinking, like, what can we do better? And then on the other hand, I am learning and realizing we have this amazing technology of festival, which is super powerful for bringing people together, for building connection, for building culture and community. And I was like, wait, here is a strong need to connect different movements, to connect people within movements, within regions, to come together to build better connection. So I was like, wait, there is a match here. And at the same time, myself, a very selfish need of loving festival over the years, but just not feeling at age 53 the joy or the desire just to go to another party. I mean, I still go to another party once in a while, but it's not enough. So trying to bring all of these together, the gathering was born. This idea of festival as a crucible of culture. Well, what culture do we want to bring? What culture do we want to build? Right? And this is the amazing thing that many of us, I think, have experienced at one transformative festival or another, is that if you see, even just for a few days, experience a different culture, you realize it's possible. Uh, of course, for many of us, Burning Man is a reference, right? And for me, I left in 99 going, wow, this is amazing. Why can't every day be like this? And it's been part of the quest. And for me, like this means a place where people have agency, a place where we co-create the reality that we live part of. And every festival comes out, I think, of the zeitgeist of its times. And the zeitgeist of today is, well, we know we live in a world of poly, meta, meaning crisis, all of these challenges. At the same time, I think we're also here because we realize that we're not going to build a better future through gritted teeth and self-sacrifice. We need to be aware of everything that needs to be done, but still be dancing and playing and laughing together. Because if we aren't doing that, what is life for? So thank you, Tree. Yay. And Tree was in Czechia, which was a mini version of the gathering. So this for me is the invitation. It's not a, I don't see it as an answer. I see it as as a question of what is the festival that we need that will help us build the connections, the community, the businesses, the projects that will bring forth the future that we dream of, right? If we can get together for 7 days and the live the culture, the society that we dream of, what is that culture? What is that society? So it's an invitation to play, but it's an invitation for serious play, right? For me, I invite people who are coming to the gathering or who are organizing camps is to think of what do you want to happen after, right? A key theme of the gathering is to connect for action, is to, as in as in pool or as in golf, look not where the ball is, but where do you want the ball to go? And the gathering should be there in service of you building your organization, building your life, and moving forward into direction of your dreams and of building a better future together. That's me. I think tree is next. I don't know. Do people have questions or thoughts or reflections? You're muted. Yeah.
What kind of content did people offer?
So everything, right? It's a invitation of, if we are building the dream society that we all want to be part of, what do you think should be part of it? Right? I think we want a good balance of we want a balance of being and doing. Also, rather than content, I think of it more as workshops of invitations to engagement, right? One way of thinking about it is we're building 1,500 person think tank with the most amazing regenerative systems change people in the world, in the area. If you have these amazing people coming together, what questions would you like to work them with? So of course, if you want to pitch your business, great, but that will be a limited benefit, right? Instead, bring the hard questions that you're struggling with and get people to workshop them with you, right? In many ways, bringing your questions and bringing the things that you don't know creates a much bigger surface to for people to engage. But of course, art, one of my favorite examples, and this is what I love about this co-created formats, is that as an organizer, is that all of the things which I would never imagine that people bring. At the first gathering, my wife, who did a camp, she's an artist, and she invited some other artists, and one artist did a live burial. So people got to dig a hole in the ground and they got buried in it. And it was an amazing transformative experience for people. But I love it because not in a million years of LSD trips would I imagine let's bury people as an activity, right? So it's also because it's a festival and it's a place to experiment, right? So try things, try crazy things which you maybe wouldn't do normally. It's a friendly group, right? So yeah. Hey, Gordon, I think. Right.
Um, oh, I get an echo. Hi, Victor. In terms of camps, if there are people interested around the country, around the globe, about regenerative AI, regenerative capitalism, I'd be very interested in meeting up with them. And given how close we are to the Bay, I think we could attract a bunch of people. So, do you have people who've worked with creating regenerative AI?
I have a whole network. I know Tree, who's sitting diagonally across the table, will be bringing, I think, Hilo, and Hilo is connected to the CTA, the Collaborative Technology Alliance. So I'm sure we will energize a powerful group around that.
We got close to 30 people. There's probably 30 people in the room, and everybody is excited about learning more. Is there anything else you want to say in passing
Yeah,
as we kind of
I
say
guess
goodbye to you?
Yeah, maybe the last thing that I want to throw out for me also, the dream of the gathering is to figure out an exit to community by 2032 and to spread this globally as a new format. and to figure out a way where there is a central organization which is in service of the local organizations. And similarly, I believe that the local organizers are in service of the camps. So really, for me, it's an invitation to how do we spread ideas globally in a regenerative way? What is regenerative scaling, right? It's clearly not a top-down franchise, but I think also here's the book, good luck, is not the right way. So how do we create supportive organizations which help spread ideas globally? Yeah, it's both, I think, in terms of the contents, the culture that we create and how we create it. Let's think, let's experiment. And that doesn't mean we're going to get it right from the start. We will fumble, but I think it's an invitation to think and experiment of how do we co-create in new ways. And it's intended to be a public good, not a corporation or anything like that in the long run.
Thank you. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, goodbye, Victor.
Thanks.